that in mind and our totally unprofessional introduction there, I guess we need to do a recap on what actually happened last time, since it was a complete mystery to anybody who tried to listen, since there was only one side of the conversation.
Unless I could lip read.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I think I wrote.
You did.
I wrote a little.
You did actually.
Where is it?
Wednesday's group. Like
Oh God!
the
Hold on.
the first.
Let me shut Discord down on my computer because it's just completely killing my computer. Oh, I thought that was him.
Come on.
Yeah. Where were we?
So when we went to see Detective Tuck, and we spent two amazing look rolls, two amazing listen rolls, or spotted rolls, sorry, on knowing, just finding out the fact that he'd got a bottle of whiskey in his bottom drawer.
No, it was listen rolls.
Yeah,
two. All right, yeah. So 2 listen rolls.
2 0-1s.
2 critical successes.
Yeah, and we found out through that he was drinking a bottle of gin, but he also had a decent bottle of whiskey in his bottom drawer.
That he was keeping from us.
Yeah, he told us about Malcolm Quarry, Lawrence Bacon, and Edwards. We still no wiser on Edwards, really, from after that meeting, because he didn't actually really know much about him. Didn't know his name, didn't really have an address for him or anything like that.
There was just that temporary short lease address that he'd rented out with under a false name and had no forwarding address or anything.
And we went there, and they didn't know anything about it. They'd got no information about any forwarding address or anything like that.
Yeah.
Bacon, Lawrence Bacon owned an antique shop, so we rung the bell, and
he was very rude.
Very rude. Wouldn't let us in. Wouldn't let me buy any antiques.
He was like 30 years younger than we were expecting him to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. Which were a surprise. Supposedly, they saw Lawrence Bacon supposedly murder a tramp as well in the street. He came up to him, there were a blinding light, something weren't there, and a whistle?
Oh, yes,
a whistle.
No light, but there was a
whistling.
So there were a whistling sound, and he stood there. He never saw him put his hands on him. Once he left, Tuck went over and found like a dusty corpse where he'd murdered him. Edwards were a dead end. Quarry.
Although who's Mark Egbert?
Mark Egbert was the false name that he rented the house on.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quarry had moved out. The dirty moved abroad.
Went abroad, maybe.
Yeah, potentially. They were employed at Royal Society, Piccadilly and West End. The Andrew Taylor, Detective Inspector Andrew Taylor, turned up at Gerald's shop.
So we're gonna retcon that, aren't we? Because there was a bit of confusion over that.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not quite sure what you thought he was up to.
A little amnesia on
our fit you up or something.
We thought he was trying to stitch us up, and he was saying we'd been to Dr. Trollope's offices. We had actually been to Dr. Trollope's offices. And he's saying, well, you've been there.
And the cook had seen us and all sorts,
Yeah, everyone's seen us and go, well, his assistant said you were there. Like, no, we have not been there.
His assistant must be an absolute master criminal who's just trying to do it. It's him.
Yeah, so actually we lied to him, so we're a little bit of retconning on that.
Yeah, so there was some confusion there. So we're gonna retcon to when he actually turns up. I think.
Yeah,
I think that's. Anything else?
I had a dream.
I didn't.
Yes. Oh yes. What
Of wrapping sheets around myself and marble, glass, gilded wood. It's all a distraction. There was a sword, a mask, obviously tattered robes doing stuff, and a doppelganger of myself watching me. It is, and somebody going, "It is my crown, mine." Wahahaha. But you know, too much cheese.
Yeah. Cheese dreams.
And oh yeah, then I've got some stuff about the inspector being a lying toe rag. And yeah,
Which
how
is
the
also a
housekeeper
dream
was
as
trying
well.
to stitch us up.
Yeah, I've put Detective Taylor comes and speaks to us about our meeting
Yeah,
with Trollope. Underlined that we didn't have.
and
I can scribble that one
Harry
down.
had got a letter from Trollope.
Yes.
Yes, he did. Yeah, received a letter from Trollope. From the
Dead Trollope.
Beyond the grave. Nope. And he's gone.
Oh,
Oh, there's back again.
there we go.
hey!
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes, no. Oop, no.
Oh, no. Oh. No, yes. Hello?
There we
Hey!
go. What is happening?
Dr.
Just to
Trollop's
get into it,
housekeeper interfering.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
I told you she was in on it.
Moriarty.
Yeah, we've never been.
No, it's all a lie.
What do you mean we've been? We've been. His officers. No, we haven't.
Yes. So as I was saying, so we will begin where the inspector,
An
detective
inspector calls.
Andrew
yes,
Taylor.
Inspector calls. Andrew Taylor, indeed, yes. CID. There he is. So yes. So I can't remember why you'd gone back to the shop. Oh, you were hoping that Coombs would turn up, weren't you? I think.
Well, we'd been told that a random Scottish guy had turned up, had called at my shop by a neighbour.
Oh, that was true. Yes.
So we were like, "Ooh, who is this random Scottish guy? Maybe it's a clue." And then it turned out to be this well-dressed detective inspector fella.
So yeah, I suppose that's one thing that everybody missed. Them did miss me slaughtering a Scottish.
Oh, do it again! Do it again!
It was fantastic.
Highlight of the night.
Well, you've had a week to perfect it, so
I know,
Yeah, you've been practicing, surely.
Okay.
yeah. Hang on, viewers have gone down from 1 to 0.
I've been studying a Scottish customer on my route.
Yeah, you've been watching Taggart.
So yeah. Well, I think I'll probably dispense with the Scottish. It might creep in by accident, like it did last time, unintentionally. So yeah. Anyway. So it is the morning of November the 5th, and you are at Gerald's shop, bookshop, which you've just arrived there after, because you spent the night in the hotel, didn't you?
Yeah, because we didn't want to, with strange, violent people wandering around. We thought we'd go somewhere.
We thought we'd be safer in the hotel.
Safer. And people drawing weird symbols and what have you on the windows and such like.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's probably shortly after 9 o'clock, maybe about 9:30. a tall, tall, well-dressed, clean-shaven man enters the shop and introduces himself as.
That's hello, Inspector Taylor. How are you doing?
What? How do you know me? Yes, is Detective Inspector.
I
Andrew
feel I've
Taylor.
seen you somewhere before.
I have a spot of deja vu.
We didn't burn her.
Yeah. We've never lied to you, Inspector.
He says, "I've never met you before in my life."
Your reputation precedes you, mate.
I just found something slightly horrible in my pocket. Right. So, Susanna, I wonder if I could speak to you, Mr. Black, for a moment.
Absolutely. Are you happy for my friend to stay, or is this a private matter?
And you would be, sir?
You may have heard of me. You may have seen me about. I'm, I'm I'm a well-known performer in the theatre of the arts, Charles Astor.
Your name is familiar, sir, though not for the reasons you would hope, I'm afraid.
Oh, I was just going to say, I hope it's not through any criminal activity or any misdemeanors or wrongdoing.
No, I would hope not. The thing is, I've been charged with investigating the murder of Dr. Trollope,
Never heard of the
Lionel
man.
Trollope.
Don't know what you're talking about. Never heard of the man.
We didn't burn him.
And I'm just following up.
Sorry, stab it. We didn't stab him in a park and then run away.
Yet.
I just following up some loose ends, just tying up some loose ends, really. And it came to my attention that Dr. Trollope had made a mention of you in his appointment book, in his diary, his records for that day, saying that he'd had a meeting with you.
Yes.
Oh, yes, we did pop in and see him briefly.
And as well as a Dr. Harry Bancroft as well.
Yes.
I've tried to contact Mr. Bancroft, but it seems
he's otherwise engaged with a lady friend of his who is offering.
I was going to say a delicate matter, but he should return in a day or so.
Oh, well, if perhaps if I leave a card with you, if you could pass it on to Dr. Bancroft.
I'm sure.
Absolutely, although I believe we know everything he knows.
Well,
everything.
Hopefully so. Though.
Everything.
Save me the trouble. So what could you perhaps tell me what your business was with Dr. Trollope?
Well,
what was our business with Dr. Trollope?
It would be to see him because he was the doctor for
Alexander.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. So we were assisting our friend Mr. Bancroft in looking into the case of Alexander Roby. I don't know if you are aware of the name.
Or the case.
Or the case.
Some dice. Let's roll some dice. So it says, yes, that would be. I'm vaguely familiar with the case. Fella, I wasn't involved myself, but an officer I'm acquainted with was dealt with the case, the murder of the Roby murders.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Trollope was Alexander's doctor. So they're looking at whether Alex can be released back into society. So we'd been engaged to go and talk to him.
We just wanted some of the notes that Dr. Trollope had around Alexander.
See, and how would you say this meeting went?
Pretty straightforward, to be honest.
Yeah, I was going to say fair to middling.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Can I ask what's the reasoning behind this?
Like I say, I'm just trying.
He's dead.
Well, I'm not aware of. Well, I'm assuming you're aware because I already mentioned it. That Dr. Trollope was murdered in St James's Park, just opposite his place of residence.
Yes, we were aware of that, but
No, it's just rude.
are we
What are you doing?
suspects?
No. 1 second, emergency.
The cat sat on the mat.
And while it looked him in the eye.
Yeah, look at me. Look at what I'm doing. You know you can't do anything to stop me now.
That's it. You are powerless, old man.
You can try picking me up if you want, but that will only make it worse.
Yes.
Cats are little shitbags.
They just do it on purpose.
They do. Yep, either that or a hairball. That's probably the best we can hope for.
Well, that's it.
I saw a very blurry Phil coming in with doing that with some toilet roll.
That's just his best dance move.
So yeah, I think a hairball
Would be the best option.
would be the very best.
Yeah.
Actually, it didn't take very long, so maybe it
No.
was just maybe we're fortunate that it was just a hairball
Yeah.
rather than anything.
Three-legged toilet emergency.
Nope. No. No, then.
No, no, then we were just pondering a hairball was the best outcome of.
Yeah, that would have been a better outcome. Yeah. Yes. Deal with that later. Right, yes.
Keep slippers on.
Where were we? Oh yes. So yeah.
Yes.
It's just more a case of time. It's just routine.
Oh, okay. That's fine. We're happy to answer any questions you may have.
I don't know. I seem to remember he was quite dismissive of. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Case dismissed.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thanks. Bye. He wasn't.
I don't
He
think
wasn't really up for a chat, was he?
No, but I don't think we got anything other than anything about him that seemed untoward or.
No, but he just kind of lost interest in the case, I think, hadn't he?
Yeah.
Well, it's of course that has no your business with. It would seem that your business with Dr. Trollope has no real bearing. As far as I can tell, but anyway, is there anything else? Anything out of the ordinary? Anything don't? Anything suspicious?
We did come across a couple of names that you might be able to shed some light on. Because I don't know how you feel about this, Detective Inspector Taylor. But, we could maybe help each other mutually. If we find any information, we'd be happy to pass it on.
Well, if it relates to Dr. Trollope's murder, yes, that would be very interesting.
We've been on the lookout for a number of individuals. If any of these ring a bell, Malcolm Quarry. a Lawrence Bacon, someone named Edwards, or a Coombs.
And in what way do they relate to?
Well, they were one-time associates of Alex, but I don't know if they are directly related with Dr. Trollope, but they certainly seem to be some grudges being thrown
Yeah,
around.
I would say they're tenuously linked to Dr. Trollope through Alex Roby.
Hmm.
He notes. He makes a note of names.
So yeah, I don't know if obviously Alexander took the rap for the Roby murders, but I don't know if him being incarcerated put a crimp on anything that these guys were up to.
Well, it's
And again, I wouldn't want to draw any particular conclusions, but by all accounts, certainly Coombs was quite a violent man.
Yeah.
This Coombs character. In what relation does he bear to this man?
Unknown. We just believe is an associate of the group that they all know each other. But we don't have many details on him other than Coombs and that he sort of has a penchant for violence.
Mm. Do we have a description of Coombs?
No, I don't think we do. I thought we just got a name.
Mm.
So let's see. Delia mentioned.
Edwards, we've got a description of. Bacon, we've got a description of.
And
Quarry,
Quarry.
we've got a description of.
So yeah, because Tuck didn't.
Yeah, Tuck didn't know of him. This is Coombs is more from the from Alex, Delia.
Yeah, so you might have got a description from Delia because Coombs is the only one of that group that she saw. Of course.
So yeah,
that is it's a description. It's from several years ago, but she probably a description just amounted to her saying something along the lines of him being tall, dark-haired, and rough-looking.
yeah. Well, we'll pass that on to our inspector friend, who this week we trust implicitly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure if that is at all helpful or matches up with.
I mean, I will allow you both an idea roll, just in case it's.
We were suspecting that it was Coombs who did the murdering, from the description of it was like a short fat bloke and a tall skinny bloke, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yes. So the story was the attacker, a tall man in a long dark coat, fled out of the park onto the mall, where he may have joined a small establishment.
13.
So yeah, like I said, we'll just time forward just to see if, just in case you've forgotten the connection.
Was it intelligence?
Yeah, Just an
Yeah.
intelligence roll. Idea.
No.
So Gerald, yeah, the description match is, well, no, maybe it doesn't exactly. Can't say for certain exactly match, but it's a similar description to that given of the man that was asking after Harry,
Yeah.
posing as taxi driver, and also matches maybe the same, could be possibly be the same person that Charles spotted you following you that day on the day that you arrived at Dr. Trollope's house.
Is that the guy we saw in the
Yeah.
alleyway?
Yeah. So he had
Yeah.
he was similar.
So yeah, actually, if he'd care to stake out like my shop, you never know. He might find his man and stop people writing on the windows anymore.
So are you imparting any of this to?
I think we may as well.
Yeah.
So what is
Again, it may not be relevant, but there has been somebody asking around and sort of not dogging our footsteps, but turning up asking after our friend Harry, which is partly why he's just gone away for a couple of days, just to lie low for a little bit. He has a young lady to look after as well, who he doesn't want to get mixed up in any of this.
Are you drawing his attention to any similarities or connections you've made between this person to
This guy, I think this guy who's following us around, Coombs, is a vaguely similar description, and the man that was seen running away. Again, I wouldn't like to say anything is definite, but at least a roughly similar. And for them to all be vaguely involved with the same people seems a little suspicious, if nothing else. Coincidental, shall we say.
Yeah.
There's a tall, dark, rough-looking man involved with Alex, who has a link to Dr. Pepper, whatever he's called. Tall, dark man.
He's so misunderstood.
What's the worst thing that could happen? Get stabbed in the car. That's what the worst thing.
Yeah. There's like a tall, dark, skinny fella has stabbed the good doctor, and there's a tall, dark, skinny fella following us around who are obviously involved with both Alex and the doctor. There's something of a coincidence, shall we say.
Okay, so the inspector is quite interested in that. So that's a strange coincidence.
To be honest, when we heard that a tall, dark Scottish fella had called at my shop yesterday, looking for me. That did turn, in fact, out to be you, but we were somewhat nervous.
We were suspicious.
What we would find.
Yeah.
Well,
but obviously, I think Mr. Coombs was somewhat rougher looking than you are. You appear to be quite a dapper gentleman.
Well, I should stress at this point that just on the off chance that this gentleman is the same person, that I would advise against approaching him. He's obviously a dangerous individual, and should you see this individual again, can I urge you to immediately hail a constable?
Yes.
Obviously, as you can probably tell, that I am not one that is going to be going toe to toe with them, shall we say.
Yeah, I think
I-
we'll be avoiding direct confrontation.
Yes. I'm contemplating some new locks and
Double glazing. That's not been invented yet.
a cheap CCTV system. One of those newfangled video doorbells, maybe.
They'll never catch on.
Well, I think, gentlemen, that pretty much covers it.
Do you have a card? If
Yes, and he hands you a card. You can contact me at Scotland Yard on the embankment. And as I say, if anything, if you think of anything else, then don't hesitate to contact me.
Yep, not at all. And if we can be of any assistance,
Yes, I shall. I shall be sure to be in touch if I think of anything else myself. Yes. And with that, he wishes you both good day and warns you again to be careful, and goes on his way.
Excellent.
So it's.
I hope he
That went
really
a bit
was
better
a.
than first time.
Yeah, I hope he really was a police. I might.
It was Dr. Trollope's maid in disguise.
Yeah.
I might
damn it.
actually just give Scotland Yard a call.
Okay.
Just to make sure that he is who he says he was.
Yes.
Yeah.
So speaking for phoning through to Scotland Yard maybe takes a while to get through to the correct person. But yeah, they confirm that Detective Inspector Andrew Taylor is definitely a CID officer, and they give a pretty accurate physical description as well to put your mind at rest.
Cool. Just thought I'd better double check that because we've been caught out by that kind of thing before.
Yeah. We don't want to have his fingers burnt.
No.
Most distinct was his terrible Scottish accent.
Yeah.
Right. All right then.
So, yeah. I believe Harry also called us to tell us about a letter he'd received.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not long after the inspector has left, shortly after you get off the phone with Scotland Yard, you get a phone call from Harry telling you that after deciding to call around at his house briefly, he discovered a letter had been delivered, and upon opening it is from Dr. Trollope, and he thinks it's he says quite he thinks it's quite urgent, that you should see it, you should read it. So he offers you can either come meet him at his house, or he can meet you there.
Are we better off meeting at the hotel?
What? We can meet at Trollope's house or Harry's house.
Harry's house, yeah, not Trollope's. Trollope's house.
I would say yeah. No, let's meet at yeah. Let's meet Harry at the hotel then.
At the hotel. So you're going to meet him at the hotel instead.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you arrange to meet Harry at the hotel. So you finish up whatever. Is there anything you want to do before you leave? Gerald's black books, or did you actually call it black books?
I believe so. Yes. So yeah. The first of its name.
I don't think there is. I don't think there's anything else we need to do there.
No, I don't think so.
No, I think we can make us aware.
Not that isn't going to take sort of a day's worth of looking
Yeah.
through books and stuff anyway. So if
Yeah.
it's urgent, we'd best.
I think we'll just. I think the letter's more important.
Yeah, we will leap into action.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So you make your way across London then, and meet Harry in the foyer of the hotel where you've been staying. And it quickly takes you aside into to one side in the lobby and passes you two handwritten sheets of paper.
All right, were these delivered by the mail or were they hand delivered?
It was delivered in the post, yes.
Right.
Oh.
The post date is the same day as Dr. Trollope's death.
Okay.
Right, so this
Is this going to be another
undecipherable letter.
beautifully
Yay.
handwritten letter?
Yeah.
That nobody can read.
So I'll show you page 1. I won't bother showing you page 2 because that's like just as illegible. But it looks nice.
Oh yes. Dear sir, I
Jesus Christ.
right the
If you press on the text button at the top, it will bring up a plain text version.
Oh, 1 second. I'll just
text
shut
button
that.
at the top.
There ain't one.
There's no one.
There isn't one.
Right. Okay. So it must be right. Let me send you a plain text version. See that?
No.
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 I've got nothing.
Whereabouts have you put it?
It should just appear by magic on the screen.
Oh,
No.
No. Let's try. I'll try again. Try this one. No.
Post
there we go.
Yeah. There we go.
Page 1. There we go. Look at that, dear sir. I write this fast upon you leaving our meeting. I'm going to be very frank.
The day before his sorry, yeah. So he's written it on the same day that he met you, but it was posted on the date. While you're reading it to yourselves, I shall read it out for the benefit of those people.
Yeah.
So,
Of our Chinese bot.
yes. Probably Scottish, but Scottish audience is dramatically. Right. So, dated 3rd of November 1928, 126 Longacre, London, WC2. Dear Sir, I write this fast upon your leaving our meeting. I'm going to be very frank. Please pardon any offence that I cause. I am not certain of Dr. Highsmith's motives in this case, but I sense a curiosity in you in which I've decided to place my trust. I find myself a need to unburden myself of things that I have left unsaid. I hesitate to put these on paper, but nevertheless I proceed. Contrary to possible appearance, I am anxious to help Alexander. His father was a good friend of mine, so I have known him since he was just a small boy. He's a decent, gentle young fellow who has, I think, fallen in with circumstances that misuse him. I will talk of my first visit to Alexander in St. Agnes's in June of 1927. Dr. Highsmith told me he was unmedicated and lucid, and I found this to be the case despite some periodic confusion on his part. But his conversation was odd indeed. He seemed quite unlike the young man I knew. One of the few references in our talk that I could make sense of referred to the book he authored, and upon my return to London, I undertook to look at it. You may be aware that 5 or 6 years ago, Alexander published a volume called The Walker by the Lake. I had never picked it up before. I believed that it would be difficult for me to digest. But though much within it was indeed bizarre or puzzling, somehow it held me. Certain words and phrases therein reminded me of Alexander's talk at the asylum, and I could see that these writings spoke to the root of his incapacity. Oddly, sections of the narrative were written in German. I transcribed and later translated these passages. My second visit to Alexander was about 6 months after the first, just before Christmas. On this occasion, I found him sedated and correspondingly uncommunicative. Anxious that my journey not be a fruitless one, I thought to try an experiment. I had brought with me some papers with me, transcriptions of his book, and I began to read out one of the German passages in that language. I am not sure what I expected from this. I suppose I was merely seeking a reaction of some kind. I stumbled over the phrases. I am not skilled at languages, but then Alexander responded. He spoke the text along with me. As he did, I stopped reciting myself and tried to engage him. What happened next is difficult for me to say. We've lost Dave. Oh. He kept speaking now, and I could see he was overly excited, so I was reaching out to touch his shoulder. As I did, I suddenly felt very weak, and the next thing I knew, I was lying on the floor. I was inexplicably panicked. The madhouse attendant was down on one knee, giving me assistance, and Alexander stood above us. His face was his old one, and very sad. "I'm very sorry, doctor. I cannot change what you saw." And then I remember what that was. I will tell you that I think that Alexander knows how his father and sister died, and that their deaths were the result of events involving a person or persons using him. It seems Alexander came particularly under the influence of a Mr. Lawrence Bacon. Mr. Bacon is an antique merchant with premises in Liverpool Road, Islington, but I believe he may also be a self-styled occultist. This information was gained at the behest of Alexander's brother Graham through a private detective hired in Wapping, a Mr. Vincent Tuck. I think Alexander would seek out Mr. Bacon again if he is released. It bears mention that I am sure that these matters had nothing to do with Alexander's courtship with Miss Hartson, no matter what you might have been told. I feel that I have done the right thing in sharing what I know, although I ask that you use discretion for the sake of Alexander's family, and possibly for your own security. I urge you to read the book and contact me again as soon as expedient. I will tell you more of the grounds of my suspicions of Mr. Bacon, if you should consent to that meeting. And lastly, I bring myself to tell you what it is that I saw in that small cell in the asylum. As Alexander spoke, I was no longer there in the cell. I was walking in St. James's Park. I had just crossed a small suspension bridge to the south across the lake, and I was looking along at the buildings on Whitehall. I've made this walk almost every night for the last 30 years, and there I was, and everything was just as it should be. I knew it was not a dream. It was the detail and the normalcy. The mallards setting up their noise on Duck Island, and up ahead the paper boy calling. The sun was setting. I reached into my pocket for my penny for the Standard, and as I did, I heard a scuffed step behind me, and I turned. I saw a sharp-faced man, quite tall, and his eyes held mine. "Keep still, please, sir," he said, and I felt a sharp pain, and then I was falling. He helped me down as I clung to him. I closed my eyes, and when I reopened them, I was looking up at the sky, and there was the paper boy's white face. I tried to say something to reassure him, but could not, and then I knew no more. The Lord took me. I hope to hear from you soon. Yours sincerely, Lionel Trollope.
So he saw his own death, is what we're saying. quite an impressive feat.
Yeah.
Definitely something of the vaudevillian going on around here, and people playing tricks of the mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's available for your perusal in the handout.
So is that, they said there were 2 letters? Or is it?
2 pages, so that would just.
Oh, 2. Oh, right, yeah.
The plain text one just covers 1 page.
That's fine. Cool.
But should you wish to look at the beautifully recreated handout by Love Maps, who does excellent maps, by the way.
It is there.
It is there.
You know. So, it's when he started speaking German to Alexander,
Yeah.
or speaking the German passages. Maybe, in for a penny, in for a pound, we ought to go back to the Institute Asylum, whatever, hospital, seeing as I have a copy of Alex's book bought at great expense.
You've got a copy of his book, haven't you?
Yeah. And try out...
have we translated? Did we translate the bits in German?
You did, yes. So you've got some quotations. So you got
yeah.
It should be in the handout.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's in the handouts. The Wonderdurch density.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
So
that's it.
The information about it, and then there's
But yeah, possibly go and quote some of his German back at him and see what happens. That seems to be some sort of trigger for Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. Whether that's going to lead us to us getting stabbed on the common as well, I'm not sure. But
or what about if we go back to the antique shop?
What, and quote some German?
Yeah, because it's closer.
That is true. Is definitely closer. Yeah, I'm up for that. Whether he'll answer the door or not, I'm not sure. But what are you trying to do, you absolute half-wit?
Have we got anything to lose?
Our lives, our sanity. Not really.
No.
Crack on.
Okay, so I suppose Harry will stay at the hotel.
Yeah, with what's the first?
He does ask what your opinions on what Delia told you all about the event, that's supposed special event.
At in
Suffolk.
Kent or Suffolk, yeah.
Oh yeah.
We've got to go there as well.
That's it. What's the what?
That was
Shall I remind you of what she said?
Yeah.
Claire Mulfort,
Where are we?
East Anglian Heights.
Where's she gone? There she is. So yeah. Uh, so they had a. So Alexander spoke of a meeting of which he was very excited about. That it was to be unique. The group was to leave London and meet on a hill just outside the hamlet of Clare Melford in Suffolk on the East Anglian Heights. This
That's
would
the
have
one.
taken place in late December of 1925, and she remembers Alexander mentioning 9 teeth that had been prepared for that winter night, which struck a chord with Charles, I believe, from the dream that
Yeah.
you had after visiting the asylum, which you can clearly recall. Unlike the other dreams, like I said before,
Yeah.
you can
I can.
clearly recall word for word.
Yeah.
Which I believe, yes. So that's in. That's
It's in
also
the.
available in the handout section for everybody
Yeah.
to look at. If it is yet
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. So do we try? Do we chuck the bits in at the antique shop?
What is it going to get us?
It might get us the same as if we went to the asylum, or it might get some acknowledgement. But have we got anything to lose?
We've probably already shown our hand, haven't we?
Yeah. Or do we leave it and go to Kent?
See, I'm not sure that he's going to go and hide.
I mean, he probably won't even answer or acknowledge
Yeah.
in reality. So,
Maybe we should just go to Kent.
yeah.
Suffolk.
Suffolk, sorry.
Oh, we don't want to go to Kent.
Well,
Kent Heights.
let's go to Kent. Have a nice time.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
yeah.
that will probably be yeah.
Yeah,
Well
yeah, that's it. That's what we want to do. We want to go to Kent and have a nice time and just put all this
Yeah.
nonsense behind us.
Yeah. It'll be less
And what
dangerous.
we decide
that's
is
for
it's
sure.
Harry's problem, and we just ride off into the sunset.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're good to. What time is it?
It is. It's still early in the morning, I believe.
I was going to say it'll be relatively early because
Yeah.
Yeah,
your
it's
man
only-
came to see us pretty much first thing.
Yeah, can we get a train to?
So it's about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Can we get a train to Suffolk?
Well, you can certainly inquire as to.
Because I think if we can get a train, we should.
It'd be easier, easy enough job. All either just go down to one of the main train stations.
Yeah, we'll make us way down to, I don't know, Euston. Where do we go? Liverpool Street.
Which one's it going to be? I don't think it's going to be Euston. No, it's not going to be
No,
Euston
that'd be
because that goes
west.
north.
That'd be so it'd be other side. So I don't know.
Would it be Paddington or Marlborough? Well, The details.
Anyway.
Yeah. So you'd know which one. You'd basically be able to find out which train station. So there is. You find out there is a direct train from London to Clare Melford, Liverpool Street Station. There we go. That leaves Liverpool Street Station at 5:35 p.m. every
Oh,
day.
that's quite late.
There is only one train.
Is there a indirect one that leaves earlier?
Right. So yes, there is an indirect train. If you can take a train to Witham, which is 5 miles away from Clare Melford. Of which trains are hourly.
That
Okay.
sounds far
That
better than
sounds
waiting
much
till
better.
5:30.
Yeah. So we'll get the next available train.
Okay. And it is about a 50-mile journey, so about 70, 80 minutes by train.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah. Suppose. Can we take a picnic lunch with us?
Take whatever you want with you. What are you taking with you? It's a good question.
20 foot of rope,
2 shotguns.
10 foot pole, some climbing equipment.
A copy of the book.
Yeah. So what?
Yeah,
are
I
you
will
taking?
take a copy of Harry's. I will take Harry's book with me.
Alex.
Harry's book, Alex's
book.
book. I'm sure Harry will have written many books
He did
as
write
well.
a book. He wrote the book that paper that made him quite famous.
Yeah, seems like the type. I'll have my cane, obviously, because I need it to get about. Shotgun. Actually, no, probably shotguns are a bit too.
I don't think we're
obvious.
really. Yeah, do we need them?
No. Possibly a. If we're going for the view, one of those like brownie cameras.
Okay.
I hear they're all the rage.
Yeah, could pick up a camera.
With the hip young things.
Yeah.
Could pick up a camera and roll a film.
Yeah. What else do we need? Not a lot, really.
No.
Presumably you're dressing for the weather, not for the
Yeah.
beach.
We'll take a small bag with a change of clothes.
Okay.
And a big coat.
Yeah. And a flask.
Can I have some luck?
Warm lemon drink. Sorry?
Can I have some luck?
Can you have some luck? Oh yes, you can have you refresh your luck.
After I spent all of my luck last week on. Actually, no, my luck spend was really good because it got us in with Tusk, yeah, whatever his name.
Hey, you both failed, so yes, you get
finally
1d10 luck.
6. Yeah.
Come on.
It's not bad.
Come on. Roll.
That's the first time I've actually rolled it successfully.
Come on. Why are you not rolling?
You're not working?
Let me just try refreshing it. Just imagine I rolled a 10. Got to try these things. That's better. Come on, then. That's.
Oh, there you go. You did roll a 10.
I did roll a 10.
Excellent.
Which pretty much replaces, the luck I spent last week. Marvellous. So yeah, warm clothing, possibly a small flask of both coffee and something more interesting. Yeah. If we can get a ordnance survey map,
Yep, you want to, what?
would probably be handy.
Of the area
Of
you're
Claire
heading to.
Melford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, so
Other than that, yeah, crack on.
okay. So are you gonna take are you gonna insist Harry goes with you, or are you gonna leave Harry behind?
No, I think Harry looking after
Leave him.
Laura, Delia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
We'll be fine.
I'm sure we don't need him.
Yeah, we did well yesterday with him. Apart from all those bits where we did do so well.
Yeah.
He doesn't need. What he doesn't know won't hurt him.
Exactly.
That's probably very true. Okay. So yeah. You catch the train at around about 5:30 that evening.
I thought we were catching an earlier one.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
No,
we're
we're
catching
getting,
another one. Yes. So
we're
what
getting the
time?
hourly
Yes,
one.
yes. So what time are you catching the train? So it's up.
Well,
Much up to you. So you're doing some shopping, picking up some bits and pieces.
probably lunchtime one. Yeah.
12 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Fair enough then. Right. So, which means you will arrive in with them
Daytime.
during
It's
the
the,
daytime, which is always a bonus. At about 1:20 in the afternoon.
Cool. Is there a connecting train in the near future to Norfolk?
So, Christ.
Or are we
Yes,
taxiing?
you can get a connecting train from Witham to Clare Melford. Yeah.
Oh, that's all right then.
Again, probably about every hour.
Cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Because
you
we
can,
haven't
make,
got.
you can make a luck roll. Give us a luck roll and see if you manage to make the connection when you first arrive, or if you're going to have to wait an hour. Oh, yeah.
Of course we did.
Cool.
Oh,
Right. So, yeah. So you catch a local service connecting you to connecting with them to Clare Melford, which is just 5 miles away. So that's probably going to be, I don't know, about 10 minutes on the train. So yeah, so you get into Clare Melford around about 1:30 that afternoon. So as you pull into as the train pulls into Melford, a heavy snowfall begins,
oh, good.
putting fresh snow on all the already heavy blanketed countryside.
Beautiful.
Oh, lovely. Right. So, are we? I'm guessing we'll probably end up staying here overnight, won't we? So maybe
Probably.
we ought to
I think we should find somewhere to
find
stay
a local
early
public
doors.
house.
Yeah. For local people.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's little more than little more than a hamlet. There's a single Clare Melford consists of a single street passing through it. One to the east heading over to Haverhill, to the west heading to Saffron Walden.
Ah,
A small bisecting that is a small local single track railway line and a unattended, just a unattended platform, just a plain open platform. Maybe
Cool.
consists of about 50 houses. And there is a local church which kind of dominates the hamlet, the village, as it sits on a small rise slightly, so it sits slightly above the village, the rest of the village. And next door to that, just a short walk from the train station, is the Railway Public House. The only pub in the village, and there doesn't appear to be any local shops or anything.
Mm. Glad I brought a picnic lunch.
Yeah.
Is the
So-
pub open?
It is, and you find the pub to be packed to the gills. It's just absolutely rammed. It seems almost as if the entire population of Clare Melford is jammed inside this quaint, ancient-looking pub.
Mm. Wow, that's
It puts you in mind a little in mind of the pub over in Wantley.
yeah. As long as it's not the pub from An American Werewolf in London,
Yeah.
then we're happy.
So as you walk in and you open the door and the snow, a flurry of snow blows in through the door. And so, close the door! Close the door!
I'll close the door.
Don't want to annoy the locals. We want to stay here.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're born. Oh God, I'm gonna start with a Scottish accent then. Yeah, you're born in a barn.
Yes.
Well,
yes, I was.
actually,
Now you mention it.
So it's quite almost claustrophobic. There's that many people in here. It's quite small. There's a sign above the bar declaring that there are rooms available to rent.
yeah.
Well, we've come about the sign. We'd like to rent a room.
Okay, so that'd be fine, gentlemen. How long will you be wanting the rooms for?
Probably just overnight, I think.
Yeah. Would we be able to have it for more than one night if we so wished?
You certainly can, sir. I've no other guests at the moment.
Okay, well we'll book it for one night then, and then we'll book on a night by night
And we'll
basis.
yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So, the barkeep is kind of average guy. Average build and height. He's got ginger hair, but it's really shortly cropped, and it's kind of balding at the front. And he's unshaven, quite a lot of got a few days beard growth, and he wears a kind of it's not dirty, but it's like got grounding dirt around, it's grounding grime around the collar of his collarless shirt and kind of waistcoat he's wearing.
Nice.
Says if you'll just sign the book, gentlemen.
Oh, yes.
puts a tattered
Not a
old
problem.
book on the an
Ooh.
old ledger on the bar. Hands you a pen.
Would you care to distract him
Yes.
for a couple of minutes?
Yes, because
And I'll
Well-
just have a flick back.
I'd just ask him about the weather while
To-
Gerald's flicking through the book.
Yeah, to what? 1925?
Yeah, so that's 3. Does that ledger go back that far? Does it go back?
Well,
3
you said
years?
it was like really tatty and old.
It is. So there's a good chance. Yeah, you can make a look.
How many people have they actually had staying
Yeah, not
as
many.
well? And
It isn't. It don't look like it out there.
Bobbins.
that's worth 11. Is that worth 11 look? You've
I
just
don't-
got 10 back.
I don't think you can look rolls,
No,
can
you
you?
cannot look rolls. You
Oh
cannot
no,
look
it
through.
is a look roll. No, you can't though.
So yeah, it does.
Maybe would you like to have a look?
Yes, I will have a look.
See, yeah, you have a look. See if when you look it goes back further.
Don't know, can't we?
Yes, it does. Yes, I do notice if it does go.
They were
back
just
further.
like the first few pages were stuck together. That was all.
So it seems
Yeah.
he must set up a new ledger every year.
Ah, what a shame.
Well, I'll enter into conversation with him about how we've come to visit because some friends of ours came to visit a few years ago. I don't think this ledger goes back far enough. But
Don't worry, sir. I usually put a fresh one out every year. Probably unnecessary, but just force of habit.
Do you have any
just
old ones
just
lying
out
around,
of
or
curiosity, do you have your 1925 one?
Oh no, sir. I'll probably use them as for fire starters.
Ah, well.
Oh well, it was worth a try.
Can I get you gentlemen anything?
Might as well
What
have
do
a pint
what
while
drinks
we're
do you
here.
bring? Yeah, what pints do you get delivered in?
Oh, we have contract with the brewery, so he gives you a list of the local the few beers that they've got on offer, and they've got
Yeah, we'll have-
whiskey behind a couple of whiskey options behind the bar.
We'll have two beers in
No.
clean glasses.
And do you have you got any pie?
I could sort you out. Get some game pie, sir.
Oh, that'd be good.
Nice slice of pie.
Do you want it as it comes, or do you want it warming up? It's fresh
Oh,
today.
as it comes is.
Oh,
as
no,
it
I'll have
comes,
it
I'm
warmed
sure
up, please.
No problem. So well,
We've not really come in
find
the
yourself
best
a
of weather.
spot if you can.
Well, prop up the bar. I don't know if he's too busy to chat.
So he disappears in the back for a few minutes, but yeah, well, when he comes back, he's more than happy to shoot the breeze, small talk, whatever. He's quite friendly and chatty. Asking you, so gentlemen, where have you come from? What brings you here?
Yeah, we've come from that London. I'm just trying
Londinium.
to find. I'm sure we had some information about. There was it some standing stones, or why have we come here? I'm sure there was something that we were going to look at.
Yeah. We'll come to see a man about a dog.
Yeah.
So the group. Delia told you that the group had come from London to meet on a hill just outside the hamlet of Clare Melford, Suffolk on the East Anglian Heights in December 1925, and Alexander mentioning something about 9 teeth that had been prepared for that winter night.
Yeah. Yeah. 9 teeth. Does that mean anything to you?
Says, no, can't say it does. There's no, what would that be?
No, like we were thinking like standing stones,
Oh,
or
no, sir, there's nothing like that round here.
Oh,
Not that I'm aware
okay.
of.
nothing.
Standing
Is there a hill? Just
There is, sir.
is it called the hill?
It's called Springer Mound, actually, sir.
Them there hills.
I'm surprised you didn't spot it on the way in.
Um,
The land round here is pretty flat, so Springer's Mound is
it's
it's hard to miss.
Hmm. Well, which direction is it in, and would it be walkable from here?
Oh, he says I believe there's you can follow the road up to towards Haverhill, and there's a road that leads up to the Jennings farm. I believe it sits it's on Jennings' property.
Would he be? Do you know if he'd be sort of inclined to let us have a look round?
To be honest, sir, the man's a bit of a crank. Doesn't take well to
Oh.
seeing others since his wife died.
Oh.
Somebody at the back of the bar shouts over. He says, "Don't think you'll be chatting to him. He's more than likely to try put a hole in you if you're on his land."
Ah. Anyone know how we can get up to the hill?
You can make a charm roll. See if you ingratiate yourselves to me.
charm or a fast talk? Oh,
I
actually,
think
charm's
more a
not too
charm,
bad.
really. But
No.
Yeah, that'd be. Oh no.
nobody seems to nobody is forthcoming.
All right then. Can I offer him to buy them all a pint? So I offer him to buy
I
them
will
all
let
a
you
drink.
push. I will let you push it. That will allow you to push it. But of course, if
Yeah.
you fail,
How's your charm?
50.
Actually, your charm should be better than mine. Yeah.
I'm in for
Yeah.
a penny. Oh dear.
That's all right. Have you annoyed
Oh.
everybody?
Yes.
okay. So what have you done? What have you done,
You
Charles?
can't spend luck on push rolls, can you?
You cannot know.
No. Damn it.
What have you done, Charles?
I have. What have I done? I've sort of took their talking because they spoke to us. I've took it as they were like quite friendly to us. So I guess I've sort of gone in a bit too over friendly and a bit too jovial, and just ended up. I've said something. I've put my foot in it. Really, somewhere. I've made a comment about, all you. I'd sort of joke,
All you locals.
all you local
Yokels.
Suffolk lot with your 6 toes and your 8 fingers and things like that. Surely one of you will know the grumpy old git will let us on.
So yeah, you pretty much ostracise yourself from
Damn it.
the entire community. It seems to be jammed into this pub. I suppose, Gerald, you can make an idea roll.
Probably can't. I should be able to, but come on. Oh, there you go.
Okay, so you remember you did bring an ordnance survey map, and that's probably a good a good
Foresight.
option.
Let's go and stagger out into the blizzard. Yeah, I'll unwrap the Ordnance Survey map and spread it on the bar. You never know. One of these might take pity on us if we start pointing and.
Well, so when you upon opening, unfolding the map and having a close look, you can clearly see this Springer Mound is marked and named on this map, and you can see what must be the Jennings farm and the road that leads up to it, and you can also see a public bridleway that leads that bypasses, kind of runs up parallel um, to the farm and runs along the northwestern edge of Springer Mound.
We could give that a try.
And in fact, I've got there's a little. It's not doesn't look like it's more of a sketch, but this is essentially what you see.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, there's a copse. There's all sorts of interesting things in copses.
Yeah. So I take it we're on the public house there that's on the edge of the village.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We could quite easily walk there then. It's only like a mile tops.
But it is currently blizzarding. I'll take a look out the window. Is it still, in fact, blizzarding?
It is. Yeah, it is. It's probably eased off a little bit, but yeah, it's still snowing. But yeah,
maybe it's one for if we settle in for this afternoon. We could have had a chat.
Yeah, I've put my foot in that. Oh, Dave's gone again.
Oh dear.
He's done a runner. Yeah. Is he coming back?
Come back, Dave. There he
All
is.
this forgiveness here.
Are you with us, Dave? Are you with us, Dave?
Hello.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Dave?
No.
No.
Is that winking? Does that mean yes? Is it one wink for yes, two winks for no?
Oh,
no.
Gone again.
Damn it.
Oh.
He's back.
Dave.
It's all right. I'll keep losing that map.
Oh, he's gone again.
No, is that physically gone now?
Physically gone.
My laptop keeps losing power because it's like running on 0, but it doesn't seem to be charging very well. Carry on. I can. Okay. Well, carry on. Let me.
So what's the weather like? So what's the weather like outside? So it's blizzarded.
It's eased off quite a bit. It's still snowing, but not heavily anymore. There's a fair old it's put a fair old amount down, but yeah, it's not nowhere near as bad anymore. So barkeep glares like, so what is it? Why is it you thought there was some standing stones around here?
It was something our friend said.
Yeah.
Your friend, who might that be?
The guys that I said visited.
Oh, that you think visited here before?
Yeah. They said, "Oh yeah, watch out for the 9 teeth." I've not seen them for ages, but yeah.
The 9 teeth, eh? That is a kind of you'd think that'd be quite memorable.
Well, it
Yeah,
does seem quite specific.
Indeed.
but yeah,
No, I mean, to be fair,
nothing
I've
jumping out at you.
only been here just over 3 years myself.
Hmm.
Okay.
Used to run
Well,
run a pub, the Holloway, down in North London, or up in North London, if you don't know if you know it.
no, I'm not
Oh,
familiar with
I
it.
do.
Oh, well, anyway,
But
I
It's a
fancied a
big
break
place.
from
There's
the
plenty of people.
fancied a break from the city life, so I came down, moved down here.
Ah, don't blame you. Lovely place.
It is
Lovely part of the
it is
world.
a bit quiet at times, but
yeah,
Do you think it'd be worth us having a venture out in this weather?
well, should be. Springer Mountain's not too far from here, and if your map there's to be believed, there's the old footpath. If I'd have been one of the locals, I would have been, I would probably have known about that, but seems you've rubbed
Yeah.
them up the wrong
What
way.
would you say? Yeah,
yeah.
unfortunately, I'll pay for another drink from behind the bar. But what do you think
Give
if we
them,
took the path
give
and
them tomorrow. They'll have forgotten all about it.
what do you think if we take the path through the copse and sort of bypass the farm and come round the back
Well,
of Springer Mountain?
like I say, old Jennings is a funny old bird. If that's going to avoid you walking across his land, that sounds a much better option.
I mean, I'm not really a fan of being potentially shot.
No,
Uh,
can't say I know many people that are, sir.
well, you'd be surprised. I've come across all sorts. So I think we'll go out and take a walk.
Well, if you're intending to do that, would you like me to uh, make sure there's a hot bath waiting for you,
Oh,
gentlemen?
that'd be
That would be
fantastic.
absolutely marvelous.
I'll see to it then, as soon after a little after you've set off.
Ah, thank you.
Um,
Well, I imagine we'll be around an hour or so.
Very good, sir.
how long is it before it gets dark?
It is, so let's say you've been there about an hour by now. So it's coming up to 3 o'clock. So
What have we
it'll,
got? About an hour?
now 2 hours. It'll be start.
Yeah.
So it'll be starting to. You'll be getting sort of twilight around 4 o'clock.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, it's a quick reconnaissance.
Yeah,
Try not to get lost.
we'll try not to. I mean, we shouldn't do.
Cool. Yeah. Let's wrap up warm.
Yeah,
Hat, gloves.
away we go.
Okay. Right. So you head off out of the pub. So there's quite thick snow on the ground. Probably a foot or more even on the
Oh,
roads.
this is going to go badly.
I'm more in the air, although, like I said, it's eased off, but you still got a constant snowfall. So you head up, trudge along the road, and it's not long before you can see the hill off ahead to the north, roughly to the north of you. Um, just it's like I say, it stands out because all the land surrounding land is just almost completely flat. And then
Can we?
you've got this kind of almost weirdly regular shaped hill standing out against the sky.
And no other hills
No other
around
hills.
about.
No other hills at all.
Can we see the path at all, or are we like?
So you so it takes you a while. You walk past it for the first time because it's quite well hidden by by snow drifts. But you eventually spot like a sign pointing out across the fields. And as you head out, you can see this copse of trees, maybe about a quarter of a mile down this path. And up to your right, you can make out through the snow. You can just make out the what must be um, the Jennings farm that sits at the bottom on the bottom of the slope of Springer's Mound.
How about this here copse?
Okay.
Because we'll end up walking through that, I think, won't we?
Yeah, the path
Yeah.
goes directly through it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head along this path. The path is bordered on your right hand side by a quite tall and thick hedgerow, and snow drifts. The wind's blown quite deep snow drifts against it, so you're either having to sort of make slight detours around it, or like sort of wade through this snow that's almost waist deep in places.
Nope.
Awesome.
Till you eventually come after maybe about 10, 15 minutes of hard slogging through the snow. You come to this copse of elm trees that stands just above like a long an old ditch, or maybe it's an old dried up stream bed. You're not really sure. That's just almost completely um, overgrown with brambles. And beyond that, you can see a couple of fields that covered in snow. One, there's a field between them, or towards the base of Springer Mound, that is oddly clear of snow, almost completely clear of snow.
Okay.
And so you can as you're walking through this copse, you can just about make out the farmhouse through the snow and through the trees. Like I say, sitting on the bottom of the slope of Springer's Mound. And as you're walking through, you can make a spot hidden
Come on.
Where are we?
Chuffing Nora.
What's that? Let's have a look. Is it worth me spending 12 luck?
Is there a way we can push it?
If you describe a way you want to push it, what do you want to?
No, that's a terrible idea. I was going to climb a tree. But a man in my condition is not.
No, don't do that. Do not do that. I mean, I can push it for 12.
Is it possible to like this hedge?
So the hedge doesn't run into. It only runs up as far as the edge of the copse of trees, and then it stops.
Maybe.
Like I say, where the hedge, it runs up as far towards the edge of this copse of elm trees, and then pretty much just to the right of where the line where the hedge would run if it continued. There's this ditch, this wide ditch, shallow ditch that's down, sort of down to your right.
Oh, I'm sure there's something dangerous I can do with the ditch.
And across that ditch, there's like I said, there's the fields, and there's two fields look like maybe like turnip fields, and then between them, a little sort of between where they meet, just further on, there's another field that's almost, like I say, all the snow is almost completely gone, which kind of stands
I
out.
would be quite interested in what's going on with that field. Maybe we should just try going off piste and have a look at that field, because that is really odd.
Yeah, well, I would say so. Yeah. All right then.
Yeah, let's go for a stumble through the snow.
Okay, so you'll have to go down through this ditch then.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay. Radio. Yeah, let's just make a luck roll then. It's not, you're not gonna have to climb or anything. Just
You failed. Ah, you've broke both your legs.
Way.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, you head down. Like I said, the snow's blown into this ditch in deeper drifts. And Charles,
Good job. We've got
step
a hot bath waiting for us.
Yeah.
you step into like a hole, or like a rabbit hole or something that's completely covered by the snow. And as you do, you lose your balance and just go tumbling, rolling down this ditch into all the brambles at the bottom. You take a point of damage from the tumble as you come to a sudden halt. But as you pick yourself up, you put your hand down on something solid, just barely covered by the snow, and looking, you can see part of like it looks like a monolith, cut stone monolith. It's clear. It's like looks quite new. You know, it's not some ancient monolith or something. Maybe just a few years old.
Oh. I uncover
Is this
it
in
and
the
I'll show-
ditch?
Yes. And as you look about, there are more of them. There's several of these things. Almost looks like somebody's dragged them down here at some point.
Have a clear about. I'll like poke about with my stick.
Yeah.
Would there in fact be about 9?
There are indeed 9 of them.
Oh,
Each
convenient.
are about 9 feet tall, smooth sided, with pyramidal tops, and the look, the craftsmanship on them is just like really top notch.
So definitely man-made.
Oh yeah. The craftsmanship's gone into. They're just perfectly smooth, polished, smooth. Looking at them, you guess they would probably weigh about a ton apiece.
Can I have an archaeology roll?
You can if you wish.
Although
it's clear that they're literally just a few years old.
Or an occult roll, maybe.
You can make an occult roll if you wish. To what end?
Well, I'm just like, the reason I was thinking archaeology is somebody been like copying.
Right.
They're clearly newish, but are they supposed to be some sort of representation of something?
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is why I was also thinking like a culty sort of Stonehenge
either of them
copy
fine,
kind of.
Or even a no roll.
A no roll would be infinitely better, I feel.
Than that, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So no, there's nothing that distinguishes them as being like attempts at replicating something.
Are these lying down in the ditch?
They are.
Then, or are they still stood up?
They are lying down in the ditch.
So who's dragged them down here, and how come people don't know about them? Because 9 foot tall obelisk.
So they were
Just-
quite well. They're quite. It's probably only through Charles like stumbling and falling down. Falling down that you'd noticed them. Like I said, they're down in the bottom of this ditch, being covered over with brambles.
And they're sort of lying down,
Yeah.
sort of hidden rather
Yeah.
than.
Yeah. So it looks like they're being hidden.
But they're new, or newish.
Newish,
So they've
yeah.
clearly used it.
There's something else as well as Charles. While you're like rubbing the snow away, you feel like some indentations under your hand, and as you
Oh.
clear the snow away, you can see there are inscriptions carved into them.
Oh. Let's have. Can we
What
read them?
language? Yeah.
You can. They're in plain English.
Oh,
Oh, that's a novelty.
surprise. And they say,
So it takes a while to like piece it together, because obviously at first you just um, looking at them, and you're seeing them at random. You're not seeing them in the right order. And a couple of them you can't find any inscriptions on them.
Probably on the other side, I guess.
So yeah, so whether there's no inscription on it, or if it's or it's on the underside of the.
Just turn it over for us, Harry.
But yeah, so like I say, it takes a while, but you eventually manage to like piece together the order in that you think that it comes, this script. Just see.
Do we have a really useful handout? Save me writing stuff down.
I will copy it into the chat. All right. So I'll do it line by line. So each one, so each line is one monolith. Nope, that is something completely different. Let's try and copy that again. There we go. So the first one. Expectant, we raise our muzzles to smell the air for hatred.
Of course you do.
We strain our ears for the love of sound. And then you seem to be, you're not sure, but you think the next one is one that is missing, or it's on, it's you can't find it. You see, whether it's not there, or it's on the underside of one of the monoliths that you can't find an inscription on. So that would be, so the third line would be missing. Then the fourth line. We turn our blind eyes to the hunter's killer. And the fifth line. We raise our hands and voices in prayers for an answer. And again, what you think must be the sixth line is hidden. So the seventh. Is the seventh? Oh, let me get my count right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there seems to be more lines than there are monoliths. But anyway,
2,
so
3,
just have to
4,
put the.
5, 6.
Oh right, okay. I'll do this
7.
double line. There we go. And so the next one is Return Hastur, heed us, your star steeds, Lord the black night sky. Next one. Return Hastur, save us, finally, the bit you can see. Aya, great one. Aya, great Hastur, lead us.
Who's this Haster fella then?
Hmm.
You can both make a spot hidden roll as well at this point.
Oh, for God's sake.
Spot hidden. Come on.
Okay.
It's more like it.
Gerald, you'll glancing about and maybe just sort of just look up as you're looking around, and you notice two birds circling above in the sky above the copse.
Oh, are they
Which
like
just
crows or?
you can make a natural history roll. Is it natural history or is it
Yeah, no, natural world.
natural world?
Come on. Is it worth
Ooh.
7 points of luck?
Yes.
You reckon?
Yes.
Go on then. I bet it's not.
Probably not, no.
You spend
When has
what?
it been yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although my last luck spend was well worth it, so.
Okay, so it's they're not easily identifiable. You can't tell what they are, but because they
Oh,
appear to
come on.
be, they seem to be way really really high up. But the way they're circling, they're kind of wheeling around in this really curious tight pattern that seems it just seems a bit odd. You can't quite not quite sure what it is about it, but it just seems a bit off. Your best guess is that they're some kind of bats,
Oh, right, okay.
but they seem incredibly high up.
And they're circling the copse.
Yeah, they're circling more. They seem to be circling almost directly above. I mean, that in itself is just odd in this weather when there's nothing
Yeah.
around, looking everywhere. There's no other birds or anything in the sky. Nothing's flying in this weather.
I'll point them out to.
Yeah. And I just stand there looking.
What do you make of them then, Charles?
Strange. Look like bats. Bit high.
Very high.
And they don't.
With my
Sorry, go on.
deep knowledge of natural history from watching the Discovery
Reading
Channel.
history books.
But yeah, as you
Should
watch
have bought some binoculars.
as you watch, they don't deviate from this path this
Are we pretty much directly
pattern.
below them?
I wouldn't say you're directly below them.
I think we should go and
We
see.
should walk over to what they're above.
Yeah. Are they above the field?
So no, they're above this copse of trees. They're above
Oh,
this
right,
general
okay.
area. You don't, yeah.
Let's see if we can see what the. It puts me in mind of vultures more than anything else.
Yeah.
Doing the whole. What's up? Yeah, see if we can get what we reckon sort of directly below them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you move along. maybe climb back up out the ditch away from the monoliths. You would guess probably pretty central to this copse of trees.
Okay. Anything unusual, out of place?
Can we see anything around it?
No, but there's there's quite a lot of snow. It's quite a heavy covering of snow. There's lots of snow drifts about. Right, you reckon you've got maybe just over like maybe 20
gonna say,
minutes, 30 minutes of light left if you want to continue into Springer's Mound.
I don't know. Are we
I think
better
we
off going back?
No, I think we should go back and come back in morning.
Yeah. I
We
don't
might
want
be
to
able
be
to
out
bring
here.
some shovels.
Yeah, I don't want to be out here in the dark.
No.
We'll only go arse over tit.
Yeah, broken ankles and such.
Yeah.
You can both make a listen roll as well. As you, what are you doing? You turning around? You're gonna start heading back, or what are you doing?
Yeah, we'll start heading back. Where's my listen? Oh, where's my listen? There we are. That one. Do I spend 11 points of luck?
It's a lot of luck. You've only got 20.
No, I've got 42.
It's a lot of luck.
I'm 40. Yeah.
I think we come back in the morning.
No, we'll come back tomorrow, yeah.
Fresh. Hopefully it'll not be snowing.
Yeah.
Okay,
we'll be able to see better.
So you turn around, head back along the path, walking through the copse of trees. And as you emerge from the copse of trees, you see somebody striding through the snow with three dogs on ropes and walking ahead of him, almost pulling him through the snow. There's you can clearly see he's wearing like a heavy wax coat and a flat cap pulled down on his head.
Oh,
Farmer Giles.
And you can see a shotgun is tucked into the crook of his arm.
Oh.
You there!
I wave at him.
Hello!
Right, he comes over shouting, "You there! Take him! Take him! I want no more of your money. You've had your guinea's worth now. Take him and be off with you."
Take what?
Excuse me?
What?
Take what? We're not here to take anything.
You can make a fast talk roll. One of you.
What's
45?
your fast talk? 66.
Go for it. Do you know me? I'm Charles.
Do you know me, sir?
I think you should go with it. Don't you know who I am?
Yeah, can I push it and go, excuse me, sir, don't you know who I am?
Go on then.
Oh, this is where I get shot.
Yeah.
Oh!
Told you so. Everybody knows who you are, Charles. You're famous.
Yeah. Do I stop him in his tracks?
Wait a minute. Aren't you Charles?
Yes, sir, I am. I embrace him with a hug.
Turns out his dogs really like actors.
Right,
Yeah, his dogs are really friendly.
He kind of stops in his tracks and so you an actor?
Yes, I am, sir.
I'll just go.
Sure, my old lady used to used to have seen one of your shows up in the smoke up in London.
Oh,
Yes.
God above, he's going to be insufferable now.
Excellent. Hush, Gerald.
It was terrible, as I recall.
It's, I don't
Bet
think
your
it was
wife
that
liked
bad.
it, though.
A lot of nonsense. The wife loved it, though. Yes.
Of course she did.
So, what are you doing here? This is my property. You have no permission to be here.
Yeah, sorry, sir, but can you just tell us what about pinch 'em, what take 'em? Take what? We're not here to take anything.
So these
I thought
damn
this was a
things-
public bridal way.
Public
those
land for
damn
apologise.
public
things.
people.
Those stones.
What stones?
Right. Starts walking back into the copse and goes, "These stones over here."
With
Yeah,
the clearly identifiable footprints leading away from them.
Yes. What about them? What problem have you had?
We thought they were slightly odd. Don't really fit in with the
So I've
surrounding area.
had enough of it. It's been nothing but bad luck. Nothing but bad luck and pain for me.
Where on earth did they come from?
Some gentleman from London came down a few years ago, paid me a couple of guineas to about 3 years ago to let him use Springer Mound. Add these stones up on Springer Mound.
For what?
Oh, I don't know. Some weirdos. But two guineas at the time. It seemed a good deal.
Why? What problems have you had since then?
Says my fields, the land around the hill and the land around this copse, they stopped yielding. Crops come up swollen, sweet, and rotten. Lost me no end. Bastards. Says, just take the goddamn things away.
How on earth did they manage to get them over here, though? Because those are, like,
The big old
massive.
pieces of.
Well, I let
Yeah.
them use my tractor. They brought them in here.
Oh,
I see.
So
Very
there's
generous.
Rumold
dogs. His 3 dogs are starting to bark quite loudly now, and he's kind of having to shout over the top of them. He's like, "Calm down there, calm down."
If you don't mind me asking,
what's wrong with the dogs?
Sorry.
What's wrong with your dogs?
They're just good guard dogs. They don't like strangers.
Yeah.
So don't worry,
can,
I've got
fair
good
enough.
hold of them.
do you mind me asking, by the way? See them birds up there? I mean, I'm a city boy, really, but I don't recognise them at all. Any idea what they are? Just for my I Spy book of British birds.
Right, he looks up straight at his eyes, sort of squinting straight in his eyes, and puts his hand up to shield his face. Crows, maybe?
Damn it, I've already ticked a crow off and a robin. Those are the 2 that I've spotted. I've had this book since I was a kid.
Funny that. They're always seem to be hanging around.
It's a rum old do, isn't it? Well, we're heading back to the pub now. If you're there later,
Get some goddamn dynamite. That's what I'm going to do. Blow the stones up.
Well, I'm not a dynamite sort of fella, but if you happen to be in the pub later, I'd be more than happy to buy you a drink for your trouble.
And he just like starts ranting and like cocks his shotgun and fires off a round at the nearest stone down at the bottom of the gully.
If I might be so bold, If your wife's a fan, I'm sure I can talk Charles into
My wife's
an
dead.
autograph. Oh, well, that didn't work, did it? Sorry to hear that.
Right, there's the like pellets, like I say, does it. Suddenly you hear this awful shriek from up in the sky. Oh, and we've lost Dave.
He scared him.
At that climatic moment, we've lost Dave. Oh, he's back. Are you with us, Dave?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Oh, it's gone mobile. Oh.
No.
That's better.
Oh.
Oh, it's back.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. No, gone again.
Test scan.
That's it, yeah. TikTok. That's it. Technical difficulties. Scheduled programming will resume.
Oh, yeah, please stand by. There, look, test card.
Dave's broken it.
Come on, Dave.
He's scared off.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Hello,
We
Dave.
can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
We can see his lips moving, but can't hear him.
Your lips move.
Is
but I
that
can't hear. Oh,
is
there you
that
go.
working?
That's working.
There we go.
I was going to say it was telling me that I was already using the link, but yeah, let's try that. Okay. Cool.
Okay, so yes, wait. So yeah, as the pellets
Shriek.
from a shotgun sing off the off one of these monoliths, there's an awful shriek from above, and a
Ooh.
blur of movement, and you see one of these bats or birds just suddenly plummet down, and as you look, this thing gets this bat or bird or whatever it is suddenly rapidly gets bigger and bigger as it draws closer, till suddenly this thing about the size of a horse just slams into the ground, and you're almost overcome by this stench, this wave of like decay, like rotting flesh, just like hits you,
Oh.
and the farmer Jennings, the farmer, he just like suddenly like he's like staggers back, his mouth agape, the shotgun drops to the floor, lets go of his dogs, and his dogs, one of them backs off, starts barking, and like, another one runs off, whimpering.
Oh. Well, not
can
such
make
good guard dogs.
sanity rolls as this black leathery winged thing unfurls itself and lunges at Farmer Jennings.
Fuck's sake.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh my word.
Oops.
So,
okay, so that will be a 1d6 sanity loss.
can I explain this away?
So Charles, you lose 3. Gerald, that's 5. So yeah, you need to make need to fail an idea roll then, I believe, Gerald.
Oh bollocks. That's intelligence, isn't it?
It is.
Or is it power?
It's intelligence.
No, it's
Intelligence,
intelligence.
yeah.
Piss. Oh, bollocks.
Oh dear.
Oh,
So you comprehend this thing. So it's like you sort of in the like the flurries of snow and the failing light and the like snow that's thrown up. You just get glimpses of this thing that looks like I say it's about the size of a horse. You see like a long neck, what looks like almost like insect ant-like limbs with talons, and this longish, almost horse-like face and head with like lined with like jagged, all these black jagged teeth. Like I said, there's just this overwhelming stench of rotting flesh coming off it. And yeah, it's you about madness.
oosh.
I've got worse news.
What's that? Oh yes,
I
your Cthulhu. Yes, I was just going to say. So yes, anybody who has stored up any Cthulhu mythos, they suddenly take that as a sanity hit
Oh,
as
actually,
they
it's not too bad. It's one.
as they're
Yeah, mine's
confronted
only
with
one.
undeniable truth.
Yeah, it's only one, but that
Oops.
does mean that I've lost 6 points.
I've lost 4. I'm all right. Oh, you've done 6. You've hit your daily total.
Now my daily total is actually 7.
Oof.
Oh.
Okay, so let's give us a D10 roll, Dave. Let's see if something random appeals.
5. Is this temporary?
This is temporary, so this only lasts for
Okay.
um,
I'll sleep it off.
yeah, for like for like up to 10 rounds.
I'm not going to develop like a sudden permanent fear of horses or anything.
Okay, so you faint.
Seems fair.
So Gerald just passes out,
Face down in the snow.
which is probably
Marvellous.
for the best for the better challenge you probably wish that you had.
Yeah.
So this thing lunges forward at Farmer Jennings, and these as it does these like I said these insectoid like arms, multi jointed arms like lunge out, and these claw like blade like claws just like latch into Farmer Jennings, digging into him. There's like a spray of blood, and he screams, and it draws as it pulls him in, and sinks its teeth into him, and you see this like proboscis, like bone like proboscis, come out, like shoot out and jam into his into his chest, and you can hear this horrible slurping noise.
Oh.
And you can make another sanity roll.
Oh, for God's sake.
Beautiful.
Okay, you lose nothing. What are you doing? So this thing is just like kind of it's like wings almost like covering it up. You're looking at it from the back. So
Wait a minute. Did we not say we brought a camera with us?
Somebody brought a camera. Yeah, who's got it?
Gerald. Can we take a picture of it?
Do you want to get a look for Gerald's camera?
Yes, I want to.
Okay.
I want to. While we stood there, I want to rummage for his camera.
Okay. Right. So Gerald's just spark out on the floor. You start panicking. You start
A
rummaging for
panic
his
rummage.
Yeah. So one of the dogs.
Don't worry about me.
Don't worry, I'm not. I need evidence.
So, but the two of the dogs are still there. They're like barking like crazy at this thing, whereas the other one's just completely legged it. And this whatever it is just completely oblivious. It's just like just hunched around Jennings' now limp body, and just like you can just hear this like slurping noise, almost like something like sucking fluid up a straw.
Nice.
So yeah, I suppose you give us a look roll. See if you can find Gerald's camera in your panic.
Please.
You
No.
do. So yeah, you
Ah,
grab the camera.
Hold still for
excellent.
a minute.
Yeah,
Stand very still.
stand very still for about 5 minutes. No, I guess I'll try and take a photo of it.
Okay, give us a photo. I think you definitely need to make a photography roll in your panic state.
I'm gonna have to work my way considerably down the list. Photography.
What's it going to be? Dexterity?
Yeah, I think it's classed as an art, is it? Photography.
Yeah,
Art.
probably.
I don't know. I've got acting, but I've got as my art or craft. But
Let's have a look. I think I'm pretty sure photography is like a.
I
Probably not.
don't have photography.
Okay, in which case it will be. So.
Will it be intelligence based? Or Dex? I was thinking to hold the camera steady and.
Yeah, maybe so. I will let you make if I can't find something. Just a minute. I'll just
Dexterity with my fingers.
art. Yeah, photography is an art. So specialization, but any idiot can like point a camera.
Yeah.
You can make um another look roll, but with a penalty dice.
I'm just waiting for you to take this into boots.
Oh, I can't spend luck on luck. Damn it.
No. Okay, so you're like the camera goes off. There's a flash, and this thing as there's with the when there's the flash from the camera, this thing suddenly just leaps into the air, carrying Jennings' body up with it, and it kind of like flaps and like awkwardly sort of like ascends up into the air, and it gets about to the height of the the tops of the trees, and it lets Jennings' body go, and he hits the ground with a thud, and there's a splash of blood. Well, actually, no, there's no splash of blood. There's nothing, and
Oh,
he hits the ground, and he looks completely white. At which point, I will let you make an idea roll. And this thing, as you watch this thing just like flap back up into the sky towards where this other like bat or bird or whatever the hell it is still flying in this tight circular flying pattern.
okay.
I'm gonna give you an idea. It's not a crow.
It's not a crow.
Okay, so this the in your like in the horror of looking on at this, it suddenly strikes you that the state of Farmer Jennings' body is very much like the description of um, of Alexander Roby's father.
Oh.
Oh,
The state that his father's body was found in.
interesting.
Father Jennings has got this kind of big wound in his chest, the top of his chest, and he looks to be, like I say, he's completely white as if he's been drained of almost, if not all, of his blood. Right, the dogs, as this thing flies up into the sky, there's Farmer Jennings' two dogs sort of regain a bit of courage, and they come trotting over to his body, sniffing round it.
What I do is I'm going to try and wake up or like bring Gerald back and sort of
Come back, Gerald.
Okay.
come back to the
You
light.
can make a first aid roll, I guess, to try and wake him up, bring him, snap him out of it, I guess.
Oh God, I'm dead.
No, 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 no. Yes, you are.
Okay, right. You
Can I drag him? Okay, I don't wake him up, so I'm going to drag him
okay, where are you dragging him?
back towards the main road.
Okay. Right. Okay, so you maybe drag him about halfway. It's really hard going. The snow's coming down, dragging him through these snow drifts, and you can still see these things circling up in the sky. When suddenly Gerald comes round.
Mother.
Gerald, are you
Absolutely down,
okay?
look.
I've had better days.
You look it. Yes.
Where am I? What happened? What was that thing?
Good question. No idea.
Where's the farmer?
Better the less said about the farmer, the better.
Phew.
He's currently occupied in a field. Permanently.
Very cold.
He will be, yes.
No, I'm very cold.
Oh, well, let's get you back to the. Let's get you back in that warm bath, and we can have a chat about what we've seen.
And also quite wet.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I'm a
And
little bit
also
lost for words at the moment.
also have this like strange fear of horses and ants.
Agreed. Yes. Yeah. Let's get back to the. Let's get back to the hotel. Warm bath, beer, food, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, feel a bit strange.
Yes, I would agree. I don't know what to say about what we've seen.
Yeah. That was certainly a. Let's agree.
Got some pictures of trees.
Shall we just agree never to discuss this again?
Potentially, yes. Yes. Yes, I think we should.
But
And on that note, I need to bail short in a minute.
Well, that seems like
So
a good.
a good place, as good a place as any to pause.
Yes, as you retreat
back to the pub
back to the pub.
Yes,
Safety of the
we
pub.
retreat.
and a
Yes,
hot
for a
bath.
few beers. Yeah.
So yeah, you go back, get back to the pub, and Mr. Blair has got your got a bath ready for you. Like, so you look a bit, you look a bit pale. Are you all right?
It's quite chilly out there. Yeah,
In a bit of a state.
took a bit of a tumble.
Oh, well, the bath's all ready for you.
Marvelous. I'll go and any chance of a quick tot of whiskey before I get in the bath?
Oh, I'll bring you one. I'll bring you one through. I'll put one outside the door. And as you do that, you can both make a spot hidden roll as well as you retire. One of you retires to your room, the other retires to the bath that is prepared down the end of the hall.
Hey!
Oh, Gerald,
Ooh.
as Mr. Blair shows you to the bathroom, you notice the wet footprints there is leaving behind, and the snow, the melting fresh snow that's falling off his boots as he heads back towards the bar.
Oh.
Oh, so he's been out. He's been out in the snow. Probably just been to the woodpile.
Yes.
And yeah, so with that, we'll leave it there.
Mm.
What's he been up to? Well, I feel that could have gone better.
Yeah. Definitely.
He didn't even get to the hill.
No, yet. Yet.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Although the hill appears to be defended.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, we don't know what that thing was, or what it did to the farmer.
But I think we know what it did.
Well, not in a sense.
It deaded him.
A little bit. Yeah. Wow. Interesting. Did not expect that.
No.
Oh, well, you might have got an interesting picture of a tree or something.
Yeah. Knowing our luck, thought we'd have gone to all that and gone, yeah, and you found nothing. You found some stones. What about stones? Nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, you've both rolled a 1. Okay, great. Yeah, you saw nothing.
I think
That's
that would
normally what
maybe have been preferable.
Yeah. Yeah. Harry's got off lightly.
Yeah. Especially that second one as well.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I think Harry's got some
Well.
some stored up Cthulhu Mythos knowledge as well.
Ooh, lucky him. Well.
Yeah, that
Yes.
was definitely a thing.
It was indeed.
Well,
a
I
thing.
look forward to seeing where
the next
that takes us
exciting
next
installment.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The aftermath.
because now, now people are like temporarily insane and
Yeah.
everything else.
So yeah, that will be, have an ongoing effect. I think I'll have to, so we'll have some check up on that for next time.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
Yeah. I urge caution next week.
We didn't
yeah,
kill
just
the
a bit.
farmer.
Yet. Well, we didn't kill him. Yeah, someone else did. Someone beat us to it.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't see anything. No, didn't see a thing. Purely coincidence that we were out and about the same time.
We'll probably, like you said, we probably never speak of that again.
Yeah. Didn't see anything. Didn't hear anything. It was just snowy and wet. Fell over just outside the pub.
Yeah.
Took a while to get back up again.
And we dreamt it.
And we came straight back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
There we go.
I was going to say thank you, but
well,
I might not now.
Yeah, maybe not. Well.
Yeah. Next week will be brought to you by the words caution and
insanity.
Insanity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Cool.
Right then, guys.
Well, yeah. Thank you very much.
Well, yeah. We'll see you for a conclusion to that episode next week.
Yeah.
All right then, guys.
Cool.
Right.
See you in a bit.
Thank you. See you later.